How to Set Up a Raspberry Pi by Ryan C. So before we get into the steps, I'm going to show you the parts of the hardware of the Raspberry Pi. So first off, obviously the actual Raspberry Pi itself. Second off is the HDMI to VGA cable, which basically just connects to the monitor and to the Raspberry Pi and allows you to see what you're doing. Third cable is the power cable, which just plugs into the wall and into the Raspberry Pi. Your first step is to simply just plug your micro SD card into one of these USB adapters and then into your PC. Step 2 is to simply go to your home screen and click your folders tab and go to the For Students section. All you have to do is click For Students one more time, click on Out, click on Birch, click on Raspberry Pi, then click on the News folder. And once you're in here, make sure you copy all these files by holding down the left mouse button and pulling down and then proceeding to click Control-C. Then all you have to do is go to your micro SD tab on your files and simply click Eject in the bottom right download prompt comes up. Take out your SD card. Next, we will be setting up the hardware for the Raspberry Pi. First, take your USB ports for the mouse and keyboard and plug them into the Raspberry Pi. Then, take your HDMI cable, plug it into the Raspberry Pi, and have that connected to the back of the monitor with the VGA cable. Then, take your micro SD card, as shown in the video, and place it into the Raspberry Pi. If your Pi is working setting up the power cord, plug your power cord into an outlet and plug it right next to the HDMI cord. You'll see a solid red light and a flashing green light, and then this rainbow colored go to the screen on your computer and set up your Wi-Fi. Type in whichever Wi-Fi you would like to connect to and enter the username and password. Now, go down to the very bottom of the screen. After selecting your processing unit you're going to be using, which is Raspbian, it should say recommended next to it. That's how you know it's the right one. Then look to the bottom of the screen and set your keyboard to English US if you're where I live, and set your keyboard to US. Then make sure Raspbian is selected and click install. The last mandatory thing before you can set up your personal settings is to simply just type in your password and add a few more settings to your computer, such as the black bar around your screen, or you can have it without the black bar. And it will ask you for Wi-Fi again. Simply just click on the same Wi-Fi and click next, and it should work right away. Allow it to update the software, which will reset the computer, and once that happens, it should work. To change your background, simply click the right button on your mouse and go to the very bottom. Then this will bring up a little menu, and this will allow you to change all your settings, such as your resolution and your background. And you can change this to one of their preset backgrounds or a background you have downloaded off the web. There's some more customization settings, like putting the task manager bar at the bottom or the top in here as well. You can explore that if you want.